Breaking news! Donald J. Trump has released a statement on the mystery drone. So let's talk about it. Get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I'll talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. By the way, this is actually an update on the original video that I had uploaded. And then I saw this breaking news and I realized, well, shoot, now I've got to re-edit and re-upload that video because this is pretty significant, guys. Pretty significant. So the original video is about how there is a resurgence of mystery drone activity after the FAA lifted its ban. And I will play that video after this segment. But we have to get through this first. Donald J. Trump, President Trump, has released a statement about the mystery drones. So let's see what that is.
And before I turn to questions, I do have news directly from the President of the United States that was just shared with me in the Oval Office. From President Trump directly, an update on the New Jersey drones. After research and study, the drones that were flying over New Jersey in large numbers were authorized to be flown by the FAA for research and various other reasons. Many of these drones were also hobbyists, recreational, and private individuals that enjoy flying drones. In time, it got worse due to curiosity. This was not the enemy.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's the enemy. I think that's fine. I'm fine with that part. But yeah, so the global mystery drone phenomenon that has been shutting down airports in China, that has shut down Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in the U.S., global phenomena that, the FBI, nobody has been able to knock out of the sky. Actually, all FAA approved stuff that was for research and other purposes. And it's, just in New Jersey. Makes sense, right? Okay, so from that, my takeaway is that they did find out what the mystery drones are. They did come to a conclusion about what the mystery drones are, and that they are anomalous, that they are NHI. That is probably the case. Either that or it's the control group doing something for whatever reason, whether that's to confuse the issue, to put up some noise, to confuse actual anomalous sightings like the orbs. But as we've seen in multiple videos, it looks like orbs are transforming into these drones, or drones, UFOs appearing to be drones. I want some more confirmation on that. I want, that to be more solid than it is at the moment. But we have witnesses on the ground who say they've seen this happen. I've seen commenters on the channel saying they've seen this happen. These orbs transforming into drones. So yeah, this isn't something mundane. Whatever's going on is anomalous, whether that's the control group putting up exotic craft to confuse the issue with, actual NHI sightings, or whether this is the NHI doing this for some reason, whether that's to send a message or whatever reason. And as this goes on and it's just seeming more and more anomalous and weird, I really think we're looking at an NHI explanation for this. But my mind is open and I'll go where the evidence goes on this. But it's definitely not something that was, FAA approved for research and other purposes. So I'm not optimistic or encouraged about what this means for the Trump administration releasing UFO files or documents. I think that unfortunately, once you get into that position, if you get any access at all, you're not allowed to talk about it. I would love to be proven wrong about that. And that's, not a partisan thing. Steve Bassett, Danny Sheehan, and various others who do not bat for the same political team that Trump does have been bullish about him releasing some stuff. And I'm still more optimistic than I've ever been about a president possibly releasing some stuff. I think, not only has he said he was going to do it, but also there's enough pressure within Congress to possibly galvanize him to do something. I do expect him to do something, but this statement is not encouraging about what that something will be. I think it is what it is. Once you get exposed to the information, you can't talk about it, and you have to release bogus cover stories. However, people are going to poke holes in this people are going to hopefully confront him and his spokespeople to push for more authentic information. Because they floated these ideas before, Iranian motherships or hobbyists or whatever, and nobody was biting. So the theories got a little bit more elaborate. Now it's all for research and other purposes, and it's totally FAA approved, which I don't think anybody that knows anything about these drones is going to buy. So let me know what you think about it all. I think it's very discouraging in terms of what it might mean for UFO disclosure, but it's early days yet, and they may still be trying to figure out what these things are. Okay, back to your regularly scheduled video. The mystery drones are back. Let's talk about it. Get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Rude. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Yeah, I don't know if the drones actually ever went anywhere. The UFO mystery drones or UFOs presenting as drones, whatever we're calling this sub-phenomenon of the UFO phenomenon, if indeed this is ET or NHI activity. But yeah, this is from MSN. More mysterious drone sightings reported in the Northeast after FAA ban lifts. They've been reported in the Northeast in a strange surge after the FAA lifted temporary flight restrictions following thousands of reported drone sightings late last year. Now, as I reported before, they never actually went away during the ban, but they are back now in greater numbers, being reported in greater numbers. What does that mean? Does it mean it was hobbyist all along? Well, not so fast, and we'll get into that. But first, let's listen to what the news is talking about.
Enigma Labs, a research company studying unidentified phenomena, has tallied 650 sightings nationally described as drone-related since November, and they say most are concentrated in the Northeast. After seeing a drop in those numbers immediately following the ban, Enigma says just this month they've received 49 reports in New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania, and Virginia, 14 of which came after the flight bans expired.
If you look at the reports that people are submitting, they're saying, I'm still seeing them, ban or no ban, and they're happening.
We pressed New York Senator Chuck Schumer Sunday about the validity of those reports.
We have now seen new drone sightings, and we're going to have to look into these.
President Trump also vowing the same on his first day back in the White House.
I would like to find out what it is and tell the people.
The president says drones flew over his Bedminster, New Jersey golf club, too, where FAA restrictions remain in effect until the end of the month. In a statement to NBC News, the FAA did not confirm the new sightings, but said the agency is responsible for ensuring drones operate safely within the broader national airspace system. Even though the Biden White House dismissed any national security risk, residents say they haven't gotten much of an explanation.
Do you feel like you've had any sort of clarity?
No.
Yeah, me either. As far as them being a risk, Chris Mellon has a new post here. The Trump administration officials I've spoken with are acutely aware of America's vulnerability to drone attacks and are working feverishly to develop a coherent and effective response. They also recognize that there is no quick or simple fix. Well, I guess not if it's been going on for months or years with no sign of it ending. And there's more news coverage of this and more information. It was interesting that Chuck Schumer has come out saying that we need answers on this, and Trump has also said that, with no answers being provided. I don't know if we should expect any answers to be provided, honestly. The Biden administration couldn't find anything. They don't know what these things are, at least the mainstream government doesn't. But there's more to talk about, so let's listen to the news.
A lot of questions this morning surrounding a sudden rush and mysterious drone sightings in our area, and you can see some of that from this video here playing behind us right now.
It's happening in Darke and Mercer counties. And now the Mercer County Sheriff's Office is working with federal law enforcement officers.
News Center 7's Mason Fletcher joining us live. And Mason, the sheriff told us it doesn't usually get these kind of complaints.
Yeah, Nick, he said he hasn't heard of anything like this in 31 years. Those calls started coming in on Friday, and since then they've increased every night. News Center 7 got video of drones spotted in both Darke and Mercer County. A sergeant with the Darke County Sheriff's Office told us they're working to learn more about these reports. Mercer County Sheriff Doug Timmerman told us the sightings have mainly been in the western part of his county, flying over farms, villages, and even homes. He said as many as 5 drones have been spotted at once, hovering over the same spot. We asked if they have anything to do with the recent attention on these 2 counties because of the uptick in bird flu.
Yeah, and that certainly is.
Yeah, that's an interesting theory.
Mercer County Sheriff is working with the FBI to try and find out more information as to what these drones are. They say right now they don't believe the drones in Darke and Mercer County are in any way related to the drones we saw just a month ago at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base.
Not related in any way. Okay, interesting. The same phenomena, but not related. But yeah, he says the FBI is on this. Ross Coldart says, not so fast. The intelligence community doesn't know what these things are.
Before moving, what do you and others in the UFO intelligence community conclude that these drones are and what they're doing? I get that we're not getting answers from the government, but what do your inside sources think?
Privately, people from government investigative agencies are telling me they have no explanation for these objects. They don't know what they are. And I find that quite incredible, because if you think about the hysteria that happened over the US in February 23 when a Chinese balloon flew across the continent, why is it that the government is so meek and mild now?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, the Chinese balloon got, major headlines. The mystery drones, not so much, even though it's much more interesting and more widespread and global and impactful, shutting down airports, even military installations like Wright-Patterson. But no major headlines, or at least not the way it should be. Why is that? Why was there a sudden media blackout on all of this stuff? Do the intelligence communities know more than they are saying? Because Ross is saying that the intelligence communities don't know what's going on. We just heard they're trying to work with the FBI to find out what these things are. But I don't think the mainstream FBI or intelligence communities know what's going on. But I reported on in the past the evidence that some portion of the FBI has been working on UFO stuff for a long time. So has the CIA. So has probably many intelligence, community areas. And also, of course, a civilian. We have, Lockheed Martin and Boeing. The UFO control group has a lot of different groups and factions. They kind of work together sometimes. Sometimes they're at each other's throats and there's violence. And of course, there's the multinational angle as well. But in general, the UFO control group must know what these are or have some clue. So somebody in the FBI, somebody in the CIA, somebody knows what these things are or has an idea of what they are. And surely if this is ET or NHI related or an NHI phenomenon, then this is to send a message to somebody. Unless you think perhaps this is functional in some way, that the mystery drones are actually doing something functional, like with their grid patterns that they've been seen performing at various times. What are they doing with those grid patterns? Are they actually doing something? Or is what they're doing trying to get attention? Is this some sort of disclosure initiative? Or is this to pressure the government or governments to disclose UFO-related stuff? That's certainly what some people have been saying, and that seems as likely an explanation as any. I've given various scenarios, and various people have said various things. We just heard from that new group, the Brothers in Arms, that this is all a response because an NHI base was discovered. I don't know if I quite buy that, but hey, at this point, we don't know what these things are. So let me know what you think they are. Either way, they seem to be back because the FAA drone ban has been lifted in some places. Does that mean that they are using hobbyist drones as camouflage or cover? Or does that mean that a lot of this stuff was hobbyist drones all along? Let me know your thoughts on it all in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. Smash the like button and the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. Love to see you guys there. If you want to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, consider grabbing a coffee mug or a t-shirt t-shirt in the merch store. Become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. Also, channel members frequently get to see videos hours ahead of everybody else. Meanwhile, there's plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.